There is still a lot of confusion among Mando fans in regards to what is going on with Season 4 of The Mandalorian and how does that actually get affected by the recently announced Mandalorian and Grogu film. Well, if this news is to be believed, it's not good. So what is being reported right now in regards to why Disney and Lucasfilms are staying so quiet in regards to what's going on and the confusion surrounding the next season, even if there is one, and is it just becoming the movie, is because allegedly they haven't figured out the messaging yet and they might be waiting to make the announcement. Now, what we've heard that's recently come out, sourced by, I believe, the Bespin Bulletin, and there was a couple other people that added to it, is that one of the concepts that they're working on right now is possibly cutting Mando Season 4 down to a max of 6 episodes, but if they have to, maybe cutting it down even more, and essentially having Season 4 just be a setup season that builds up the blow-off film that then leads into the upcoming Mandoverse film that's going to connect Ahsoka, Mando, and whatever else they got in that time period that might come out. That includes, I guess, Skeleton Crew as well. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I try to stay optimistic about Star Wars because there's only like negativity everywhere you look these days. But this to me doesn't sit well with me. Having a season that's cut short just so you can set up the big blow-off film that's gonna be like big budget and cost as much as an entire season, to me sounds almost, and it seems almost like a desperate attempt to try to do something that's going to, and I want to quote other people, save Star Wars. You know, like, they don't need to do this with Mando. Why can't the next season just be a complete season that has a hook? And then Ahsoka also establishes something that connects to it, and then we got that Mandoverse film that is the true blow-off. If these rumors are true, you're getting a setup season, then you're getting the Mando and Grogu film, which is set up for the Mandoverse film. Do we need setups for setups? Aren't we then just repeating some of the mistakes that we've recently seen with the MCU? Like, that's my real big issue here. And I don't mean to, again, sound negative here, but this just sounds like they had a good idea and they looked at what they were doing and said, well, if we want to end this the way we want to end it and lead into the Mandoverse film, it's going to cost us $350 million. And somebody said, yeah, but why don't you just take the last 2 episodes and make that a more expensive film and cut all the unnecessary fat out of the series and just have that build up to it. And sure, I guess I could see how that could be beneficial, but at the same time, if we look at the correlation of how many people watched the Star Wars films in theaters versus how many watched Mando, it's a huge, huge gap. Way more people watch the films in theaters. So could this cause a problem as well with people not knowing what's going on by not watching the series? That could be more damning if you enter it and suddenly you're picking up off of a cliffhanger from a TV series that you haven't seen, or worse, you don't even know what happened at all because you're just like, hey, it's another Star Wars movie, I want to go see it. You know, the Joe Popcorns who don't watch any of the TV series connected to the MCU, they show up to watch the film and then they go, when did Wanda abduct a bunch of people in a town? What's Doctor Strange talking about? That's the most common audience. And that's the issue that I have. It's literally ignoring the commoners for the sake of making a bigger budget film that they hope recoups money and sells Grogu merchandise. I don't know about this.